That's the cops.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. We better go on up around the corner, folks. Yeah, come on, we'll get out of the road. That's definitely the cops. We actually should have maybe went up here to start with. You see the way that's twice they passed us?
Yeah.
Was that the same direction they drove, or did they come back the other way? Well, they would have seen us standing there then. Fucking hell. Anyway. Probably waiting for reinforcements. Well, Christopher, how's things? Hi, Catherine. How are yous? Four people. There's 4 people already now, so we're not too bad. Don't know how long this investigation is going to last. How's everybody? Welcome to our midnight investigation. Though it mightn't last that long, as we've had the police driving past. Not them again. Is it? I reckon they're going to come up after us, folks. Huh? We actually should have come on up this way. Okay, folks, if I happen, hey Margaret, if I happen to turn the stream off early, it's because the police are floating about. But don't worry, if we do get rid of them and we're not caught, we'll be back online again. So try not to panic. Just we're not really supposed to be doing this, you know. But we're keeping our social distance, and as you see, with our masks on, with our gloves on, and we have our hand sanitizer with us. So thanks for joining us, guys. Good to see you all. Sunday night, midnight investigation, now into the early hours of Monday morning. We are at the spot where we were on Thursday night. For the simple reason, the evidence that came through the spirit box and the visual evidence that we got as well on the camera told us that this place wasn't fully investigated on Thursday night. And also our team member, our investigator Jared, who couldn't make it on Thursday night, he's here tonight with us, and he knows these woods better than anybody. So we're going to investigate these woods from top to bottom tonight, folks, providing nobody comes near us, providing the police stay away. So yeah, so how is everybody anyway? Hope you all are well. Yes, good morning, Margaret. Good one. Good morning. Yes, we're in the early hours of Monday morning. Sorry for the shakiness of the camera, just sticking on my other glove. Yes, so so as for Thursday night, and because certain people are floating about, we can't give out the location as to where we are tonight. Hi Erin, we can't give out tonight's location. Obviously we're at the same spot we were Thursday night, and we didn't give out the location then. So we're going to investigate the place from top to bottom. Obviously because of the evidence that we got, and also because we got a little bit more information about the area. And basically, I'm sure anybody who watched the stream on Thursday night would have heard us trying to contact a guy from the Irish Republican Brotherhood called Thomas Barron, who was executed in these woods in 1920. We've also had information that from 1920 to 1940, at least another, what was it, Jared? Another 20 executions, Jared? Another 20 executions took place in these woods, either by members of Republican organisations or the Black and Tans. And also during the last phase of the Troubles here, this was a very popular hotspot for the British Army to hide out as well. And also, it's a very popular suicide hotspot too. So that's why we're here tonight again, because the the amount of people that came through to us on Thursday night and what we got on camera as well, the amount of Spurs that showed up on camera was unreal too. So we're here tonight to investigate the place from top to bottom. We're supposed to be using our new video camera this evening that Team USA donated to us. Turn around. There we go. We're supposed to be using our new video camera this evening that Team USA donated to us. I got it set up today, but for some reason tonight... Huh? A gun crack?
Yeah.
Right.
You would have heard the birds then flocking. Or the bats or whatever.
I don't know whether any of you guys heard that. I'm trying to give a bit of history of the place and they're starting to shoot at us already. But yeah, apparently the guys heard a gun crack. What I'm going to do in future, guys, because this actually happened out at the Pearl Gamble Motor Spot. Before we actually start live streaming, I'll actually post the history of the place on the page, so you'll all know. So at least when I turn on the stream, I'll not be talking in case anything happens. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have made it here in that gunshot myself. You know. And if I have a regular screenshot takers, if you can do your job tonight, and again, when we turn the spirit box on and stuff like that, Damien has the EVP recorder. So, so you know these woods, Jared, anyway, don't you? So you can take us all around. It was up here. It was up around here the other night. This is where we got all the activity. Hello, Ryan. Huh? What's happening? Was it? Thought I heard a laugh myself. I think, well, where's that rucksack that's hanging on the tree? I think we can pass it again. It's way on down there. We'll not go down that far just yet in case the police are still driving about. But yeah, folks, so plenty of executions took place in these woods. Plenty of suicides took place in these woods. We also believe that part of these woods were part of the Newry Union Workhouse, which was situated on the grounds of Daisy Hill Hospital. The other night, Thursday night, when we heard a child trying to come through to us, you know, there were a lot of men, women and children in them workhouses, and the conditions were absolutely dire, and many people died in them workhouses. And certainly the areas around workhouses are haunted too, you know. So we're coming here tonight to finish off what was started on Thursday night. Also because there's very few places we can get to investigate because of this lockdown. You know, one of our team members has a car, but because of social distancing, obviously the four of us can't get into a car and drive, you know. But we'll have a full team out tonight anyway. All four of us, thank God. So just bear with us. We're planning on doing 12 to the 2. Or till we'll get whatever evidence we can. So yeah, here is the main spot where we're the all night. When we get a bit of evidence here, Jared, you can take us back round to where you said we missed out the other night. I put one motion sensor on top of that and put another one. Let's see. Yeah, put a motion sensor on top of that, and put another one just over there. Let me see. Just on. W Rock would do lovely, yeah. So we're good. We're all a good bit away from the motion sensor lights. There's one still lit up. So we'll just wait for them to go off and we'll see. That's what we do, guys. All investigations, we just start off trying to make contact with the spurs through the motion sensor lights. What I'll do is I'm going to go on up here just so we are keeping a good distance away from them, just so they won't go off. Right, there's one's off now, that one's off now, the two of them's off. So good evening, spirits. Have you anybody here from Thursday night or even tonight would like to come forward and talk to us? My name is Pobs, and these are my friends Jared, Clodagh and Damien. And we're not here tonight to cause you any harm or to offend you in any way. We would just like to talk to you and hear your story, so you can tell us what you have to say. And if we can, try and help you to move on into the next life. I heard that. It did sound like a child, didn't it? Where it came from that direction, didn't it? Yeah, guys, didn't any of you hear that? We're only out there hearing a child screaming. And what time is it now? About 12:10. You know, 10 past midnight, guys, you're not going to get any children out in the streets screaming at that time of night. So just let me know, guys, if any of you heard that scream in the background. I can hear that screaming. There's no way there's going to be children out this time of the night.
Well, we were sitting down there 20 minutes before we started and never heard anything.
Guys, can any of you hear that? That this is going on as we speak? Children screaming. It seems to be coming from a couple of different directions. There's one coming from down the bottom of the woods, but there's also screaming coming over from here, this direction round here too. That's a cat, isn't it? Folks, can you hear that screaming?
It's starting to fade.
Huh?
It's starting to fade.
That screaming was coming from all over the place.
Is anyone with us at the minute?
Huh? No, it's not teenagers, Margaret. It was a child. It was children screaming. And there's no way children's going to be out this time of night. It was definitely children. Bit of a spooky feeling here at the minute, guys. And just like the other night, the motion sensor lights haven't lit up. They haven't lit up at all. View the EVP going, Damien. Good man. Right. Barbie and Fiona heard it. Yeah, just scan around with the temperature gun, whoever has it. Just take the temperature in different places, Damien. And remember, it was around 8 degrees when we started. So if it goes down to near zero, then... Well, the temperature's going to go down as the night goes on. But there's no way it's going to go down to zero yet. So if you get a zero, near zero or 1, you know it's a possibility of a spirit. So just bear with us, guys. Barbie said she heard it briefly because the sound cut out a couple of times, and Fiona said she definitely heard it. But there's a couple of people never heard it. But yeah, 25 past midnight, guys. Children aren't going to be screaming.
That's the second time I've heard that in there.
What's that?
Like someone that's walking through that. Have you heard that?
It wasn't surprising. I heard something in there, but it sounded like a rustling of some description. It sounded like a rustling of some description.
Like someone walking over leaves.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. Spirits, if anybody would like to come forward, the two little devices that Jared set on the bank and on the ground, just please stand beside them so we can get confirmation that you're with us.
We've got Paul with us tonight.
Is that the name of that young lad you were telling me about?
Of the Irish Republican Brotherhood.
No, the young lad who hung himself.
Yeah.
Hey, Julia. Thomas Barron, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thomas Barron, are you with us tonight? Spurs, you know from a couple of nights ago, we are not here to harm yous. We're just here to communicate.
Bit of an eerie feeling here tonight.
Huh?
Bit of an eerie feeling here tonight.
I have a bit of an eerie feeling myself, and I never ever get these investigations. I never ever get I never get spooked out. I'll just shine the light and take screenshots myself. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you.
Basically, what we know is that Black and Tans would have carried out executions in these woods.
That's correct, yeah.
It has a nickname this year, but we can't say the nickname due to it being not well known. But what we could do is, at the end of the video, maybe tell it when it's over.
Yeah.
So people do know the full history after it's all done.
Yeah, because after we get tonight's investigation done, we'll not be coming back until maybe after the lockdown's lifted. So we'll be able to tell people where we are or where we've been after the investigation. Spirits, we heard children screaming there a few minutes ago. Quite eerie screams. If it was the spirits of children, can somebody please confirm it by lighting up the motion sensor lights? You see, the same happened the other night.
I wonder if they're using the energy out of them lights.
Could be.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's possible.
But see, because we hadn't investigated in a while, it was new batteries put into both of them on Thursday night before we came out. But you see, in the night they lit up when we put our hands on them to put them down, you know. And what happened was on Thursday night, none of the motion sensor lights lit up. But the amount of people that came through the spirit box to talk to us was unreal. I mean, that's why we're back tonight. Because we just feel that the investigation wasn't finished. So, I don't apologise for being in the same spot, guys, because we needed to come here tonight. Just want to grab the motion sensor lights and we'll head on up the road a wee bit. Just there we go, Jared. Yeah, that one's over there. We're just going to walk on a bit, folks. Head up the hill a wee bit and we'll put the motion sensor lights back down again. Because as you can see, Thursday night when we were here, we were up and down this lane all night. And spirits were coming through to us left, right and centre talking to us. Hold on, just let get a screenshot. So hopefully our regular screenshot takers are doing a good job. You know, we don't really need to put on motion sensor lights or spirit boxes to get evidence. There you heard it tonight, guys. As soon as we arrived here, there was a gunshot. And then children screaming. And I don't know, I don't care what anybody else thinks, but You don't get children screaming at 25 past midnight on the street. And it was actually just coming down from the bottom of the woods. I'm just panning the camera around into the woods here just to see if I can see anything. If anything comes up. Because I got a brilliant capture on Thursday night when I was panning the camera around. Jared actually spotted it during the replay. There was a spirit walking just right in front of me down the path. And I never seen it with my naked eye. But it was just right in front of me. We're just actually at the spot on Thursday night, guys, where I saw a black figure coming off a path that takes you directly into the woods. Came out onto this path and just crossed over and went up. And when I ran forward, by the time I got up, it had disappeared. Do you think there could be so... Don't give the thumbs up, guys. Give us the love hearts. Is that working okay, Clodagh? Yeah? Let me see. Here's our new here's our new video camera, guys. This is the zoom. See this here? Push it to the right. Yeah, push it to the right to zoom in.
Yeah.
And push it to zoom out. I don't think that's working properly, because there should be a wee thing comes up to tell you how far you're zooming. I don't even think that's on, to be honest. Not your fault. I got that set up today. And then when we took it out tonight, it just went fucking haywire and wouldn't work for us. You know? I don't know why. Huh? Could be. Because I was working all right this afternoon. I had the instruction manual out. So let me see. Right, we'll stall here for about 5 minutes. We'll put our motion sensor lights down. Just anywhere you feel, Jared. So just remember to keep well back from it. Just stand on the outside of the path. I don't think that video camera's working. I had it set up the day. I was using the manual to set it up the day. I had the feeling there's somebody here as well. No. We didn't feel like that the other night either. So we've moved up the path a bit, guys. Huh? Hey, spirits. Any spirits would like to come forward and talk to us? Please give us confirmation that you're here. Stand beside them little devices that Jared put down. Have we any members of the Black and Tans? What was that? And funny enough, who was it said it to me? You know that guy Martin? He comments on our page all the time. That photograph of the British soldier. He actually said it was pointing a rifle at somebody. No, they know the photograph you caught the other night in the screenshot, Jared. He said that photograph of the British soldier was actually pointing its rifle at somebody. There's plenty up in the other night. Have you any members of the British Army here? I'm just panning around, guys. Just remember, you get anything, just screenshot it. It's not everything we're going to see with our naked eye, you know. So they're not doing it. They're not lighting up the motion sensor light tonight either. It was the same the other night. When I listened back to the EVP from the other night, Damien, there was nothing came out on it. Yeah. What? Don't have it. There's a battery run out already. Let me see. Oh, that's only me walking past it. I've lit up the two motion sensor lights.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a low battery. It looks like a low battery.
Did you charge it?
No, but there's still 3 bars.
You can see she's flashing.
Still 3 bars. It should be all right. And one, I fully charged that before we came out. There's something happening because the battery in that lasts for ages. That shouldn't, even though we're here a while, that should still not be 1 bar down.
I've seen that happening before.
I've the other EVP recorder in my pocket. If you need it, let me know. I think, guys, we'll turn on the spirit box and see what we can get. There's me lighting up the motion sensors again. Look, Spurs, follow my example. That's all you have to do, is walk past it. Huh? A wee bit. A wee bit. There's a light flash in them woods there. What about the photograph that was captured the other night of the spirit with his arm around Damien? Jacqueline says she might have captured a figure again. She got one on Thursday night. She said she might have got another one. Thank you, Jacqueline. Just forward the screenshots. Anybody who's taking screenshots, just forward them either to me or to the page whenever the investigation's over. Well, whoa. Whoa. Clodagh, come up behind me and look over my shoulder. Do you see directly where my light is?
Yeah.
Do you see that figure standing there?
Through your camera?
Here. Yeah. There's a figure standing there. Black figure. I'll get a screenshot of it. I just caught a figure there now, guys, too, and I can't see it with my naked eye. It's gone. It's gone after I screenshotted it. Couldn't see it with my naked eye either. Right, guys, going to switch on the spirit box. Ryan said he saw something too. Well done, Ryan. Geraldine saw it too. So we're going to stick on the spirit box, folks. Stupid. There we go, we've got the proper sweet rape now. So guys, if you hear anything coming through the spirit box too, let us know what you can hear. Hello spirits, have we got anybody here tonight would like to talk to us through the spirit box? There's a man. Have we got the spirit of Thomas Barron here among us? Thomas, are you here this evening? Huh? There's people trying to come through. I can't understand what they're saying. Spirits, please speak slowly and clearly into this little device, please. There's that woman from the other night trying to come through. Who lit up the motion sensor light? That's alright. Have we any members of the Black and Tans among us? Also, have we any members of the British Army here? Oh, what was that? Sorry, sir, could you repeat what you said there? Have we any members of the Irish Republican Brotherhood among us? It's me. Listen, he said. Okay, you've asked us to listen. What would you like to say to us? Who is the lady that is trying to come through to us? Were these woods a popular hotspot for the British Army during the last phase of the Troubles? That's the same woman was talking to us the other night, and she confirmed she was in the British Army. Madam, can you confirm for us again if you were a member of the British Army? Did the Black and Tans carry out any executions in these woods? Sorry? Could you repeat that, please, sir? How many spirits have we got among us? What did he say, 7 or 12? 7. Somebody else said 7. Huh? Can't hear yous. Guys, both the motion sensor lights are on, and none of us have went near them. Just the one of them. None of us have went near them. Yeah, that's what I heard, guys. I heard 7 as well. There's it off again. So, spirits, is there anything you would like to come forward and say to us? Would you like to tell us why your souls still roam these woods many years later. Have you got difficulty moving on to the next world? Oh, there's a wee bugle. Is there anybody here involved in the executions in these woods? Whereabouts can you see the figure, Fiona? So, who here carried out executions in these woods? Do you feel ashamed or guilty for what you've done? And what about members of the British Army? Did you use these woods to spy on local Republicans? Damien, there's that noise coming through again. Remember the CB radio noise? It's coming through the spirit box again. Yeah, I heard that bugle too, Jacqueline, yep. There's it again. There's definitely members of the British Armed Forces from long ago are still haunting these woods. Do you hear that coming through the spirit box, guys? That sounds like a sort of the noise of a CB radio would have made years ago. The old CBs. Holy shit. Do you hear that? Fiona said there's a figure to her right. Just tell me if I'm pointing in the right spot now, Fiona. Do you hear that? That's nuts. That's mad, that. Spirits, what is that noise that is being made? Is that the noise of an old radio, an old CB radio? Fucking hell. Huh? Lift them lights, they're not lighting them up. And here, the spirits seem to have disappeared again.
What's that?
The spirits seem to have gone. Well, yeah. Yeah, but that was going on for a good while. If the police were just driving past, it would only last a minute. Not even a minute. Yeah, but this was going on constant on Thursday night. They never seen us here Thursday night. What was I going to say, Jared? You know the way you said you want to take us to another part? Yeah. You said we might get a bit up around the back. Do you want to go ahead, Clodagh? I don't want the lady coming last. Huh? You're a lady. Okay, guys, you can see we're keeping our social distance. If you can just bear with us, we're moving to another part of the woods that Jared knows. He wasn't here with us on Thursday night, so we obviously didn't investigate this part. But Jared actually knows these woods better than any of the rest of us. So we're going to go to a different spot. So just bear with us till we get there, guys. Hope you are all enjoying the investigation so far. I saw plenty of love hearts going up there a minute ago, so I take it that's a yes. We decided to move because the spirits just stopped talking to us. And I just noticed when I started asking about the executions, stopped talking. A bit of a mist flew over my head there now. Okay, just pan this camera around one more time before we go. See if we can see anything. No. Well, can't see anything with my naked eye. But when I was panning the camera around the other night, watching back the replay, it came out on the replay, there was a spirit just walking right in front of me. You know? Everybody alright? Well, the police have drove past a couple of times as we were coming into the woods before we started the investigation. They're not bothering us as yet. They might actually know what we're at, because I phoned up the other day to see would we be able to do it. Or last week I phoned up to see would we be able to do it. And I was told we'd be doing it at our own risk. So maybe they have informed the Newry police that if they see a couple of people in the woods late at night, that it's a paranormal investigation taking place. What's that? Yeah. Oh. Guys, see that branch cut? It's a possibility somebody took their own life from that branch, just looking by the way it's so high up and it had to be cut. You know, as I told you on Thursday night, these woods are a popular suicide hotspot. So just look at that. I'm even getting an eerie feeling looking at that. There we go, guys. That's a branch cut. That's the sign of a branch being cut to cut somebody down. Where do you just want to stall here for a bit? I know, it's up to yourselves. Just to see. Right, guys, we're going to stand here for a couple of minutes too. Stand here for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to get a nice screenshot here before we start anything, in case anything has followed us down the path, you know. There we go. So, Fiona, tell us what that figure was like. Was it a full-bodied apparition or was it a black shadow figure? There's the motion sensor light has been put down over there, as you can see. Just right below the tree where the fresh branch. That just gives me an eerie feeling looking at that. Is it? Well, it's cut as if it had to be cut off for some reason. Have we any victims of suicide? Oh! Guys, look at that straight away. The light lit up as soon as I asked that. And right below that branch. Right below that branch. As soon as I asked that question, the light came on. Just directly below the branch that's cut. Can you confirm if you took your own life here at this spot? Oh! Guys, yes, look. Another question answered correctly. Wait till it goes off again. That's unreal, though.
Was it recent? Are you a young man?
Have you taken your own life within the last 2 years? Yeah. There we go, guys. There's the light come on again. Another question answered correctly.
Are you a man or a woman? Oh, sorry.
Wait till the light goes out, yeah.
How did you answer that one, Nicola?
Guys, anybody watching this, just take screenshots of this spot.
Are you male or female? Female. Male.
Are you a man? Are you a lady? Please don't be afraid to communicate with us. We are very, very sorry about the circumstances in which your life ended, and we're not here to harm you or cause you offence in any way. Thank you for acknowledging that. We are just here to communicate with you and hear your story. If there's any way we can help you move on, we will do so. Yeah, try it now.
Does your name begin with P?
There we go, Jared, yeah. Took a while to come on, but you have the right answer. Did you know the young fella?
No.
We'll try the spirit box in a minute.
Were you in your 20s?
Did you take your own life because of alcohol or drugs? I hadn't even finished my question, Gerald. I think he was answering yours.
Yeah.
So he was in his 20s. I lost the question again when the light goes out. Just take a few screenshots of this, folks. This is unreal what's happening here. Did you take your own life because of alcohol or drugs? Financial hardship? Depression?
Did you feel there was no one to talk to you?
Did you just feel there was no way out? Yeah. We're very sorry this had to happen to you. And as I said, we're not here to harm you. If there's any way, I'm going to turn on a little device now in a minute. And if you're standing over there, I would like you to come over and stand beside me and talk into this little black box. Talk through the speaker. Well, yes, he's acknowledging that. Thank you very much. Please come and talk to us. What's the temperature, Damien? Not the exact temperature for a spirit, but I mean, it's confirmed there's a spirit here. Are you finding it difficult to move on into the spirit world?
Your soul's still in purgatory.
Yeah. Correct, Clodagh. Guys, hear that? Hear that? Can you confirm? Sorry, Stuart.
Is that you behind us? As we walk through here tonight?
Yeah. There we go. The motion sensor light's doing its job now. Can you confirm if that was another spirit walking through the woods a minute ago? When we heard the breaking of the branches? Yep, it's another spirit. There's something very, very close to us. Something very close to us. Now, just watch out, guys. Like, if there's somebody up there trying to scare us, so just watch for somebody jumping out. Now, there's somebody up here now. There's somebody back up here behind me. Somebody up here behind me. Well, there's a spirit up behind me as well. I heard somebody walking up behind me. Oh, he's not waiting. Just ask the question again when the light is off. No, he's actually answering to a few of us, Fiona. Not just myself. Them little red lights, Margaret, that's the laser. That's our infrared laser, our temperature.
More eerier here tonight. Are we in any sort of danger by any of the other spirits that's here?
Whoa. Jared just asked the question, are we in any danger from any of the other spirits that are here? And the light came on. Now, we're obviously not in danger from this spirit who's working the motion sensor light. He has confirmed that he's been a victim of suicide. And he's communicating with us very, very well. Straight away, you see, as soon as I said communicating with us very, very well, he turned the light on. So I am just getting the feeling that this person here, we've confirmed that it's a male whose name begins with P. He's in his 20s, and he took his own life within the last 2 years. That's what's been confirmed here tonight through the motion sensor light. And I feel that actually I feel that this is actually a friendly spirit.
Is the spirit that's around us, apart from yourself, dangerous in any way?
Yeah. So, your first name begins with P. I'll wait till the light goes off again before I ask you a question, because I want to find out your name before I turn on the spirit box, in case any spirits duplicate you. Is your name Paul? Yeah. His name's Paul. Thank you very much for being so communicative with us this evening. I'm going to turn on this little device now. And I want you to come forward and talk to us through this little device and tell us why you did what you did. And please don't worry, do not listen to anybody that said suicide is a sin. It is not a sin. You know, to be in that position, you have to be in a real savage state of mind where you feel there is absolutely no way out. And I've been there before in the past. So there's nobody here tonight that's going to judge you. As a matter of fact, if any of the four of us here can help you in any way, we will.
Are you still with us, Paul?
The lights to the left, Barbie, that was our laser temperature, our infrared laser temperature sensor. Don't worry about them. So come on over beside me, Paul. If you want, you can touch me on the shoulder, touch me in the arm, just to confirm your presence. I won't be afraid, I promise. I just come over and talk into this little device that I have. There's that noise again. So, Paul, are you standing beside me at the minute? Guys, if any of you can hear what Paul is saying, please write it in the comments section. It's very, very important. Don't be afraid to come over beside me, Paul. Come on over and talk to me. It's okay. Oh. Just wait till that light goes. Paul, would you like me to turn this little device off? Would you prefer to communicate by turning the light on and off? Yeah. Guys, the young man has just confirmed he doesn't want to talk through the spirit box. He's just confirmed he wants to communicate just by the motion sensor light. So that's why I've turned the spirit box off so quickly. He mightn't feel as if he wants his voice heard. He might be shy. Yeah, you're shy. No need to be shy around us, Paul. You know, as I said, nobody here tonight is here to judge you. And we're going to be here to help you move forward in any way. There's something flew right in front of us. Something small just flew up there. You could be indicating it was maybe the soul of somebody flying past. Because it certainly wasn't a bird. Geraldine said she saw a shadow coming towards me. Paul, was that you that was coming towards me? One of our viewers said she saw a shadow come towards me. Yes. Don't be afraid to approach me. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come a little bit closer because I know you don't want to talk into this little device. I'll come over a little bit closer to you. I just want you to know one thing, Paul. I don't want you to be beating yourself up over what you did. Because people who find themselves in that situation, they just feel they have no way out and they have no choice to do what they do. It is not a sin, it is not bad, it is not wrong. It was the frame of mind you were in at the time.
Oh, are you feeling better now in the afterlife?
Or would you like us to help you move on to the spirit world? Oh, she wants our help. Well, anything we can do to help you, Paul, we will. Guys, listen, do me a favour. If any of you got data on your phones, try and type into Google, try and find on Google a prayer that will help somebody move into the next life. And we'll read that out and we'll just, usually I just tell them to walk towards the light anyway and encourage them. Yes, Paul, Gerald's just going to try and find a little prayer at the minute in the hope that we can help you move forward, move into the next life. You know, there's really no point roaming these woods and beating yourself up over what happened. You know, you're not a bad person, Paul. You're just in a bad frame of mind.
There's someone here with the letter M.
The letter M.
Yeah.
Why?
Crazy story. Like I'm trying to hit T here, right? And that's at the top of that screen. You see that, Clodagh? M's at the very bottom. The minute you hit T, M keeps coming up.
Right? Yeah, just see if you can find a prayer that'll sort of know to help people move on from this life to the next. Guys, do any of you know who the saint is? The patron saint of suicides? If there's anybody know, just type it in the comment section. And then we can always try and find the prayer to Saint such and such. We're definitely not leaving these woods tonight until we help Paul move on. Please bear with us, buddy. We're going to do everything we can for you. I want you to do one thing from me now. I want you to start forgiving yourself for what you've done. Start forgiving yourself right away. There's the light on. Yeah, just keep turning the light on and off, Paul, just until Jared finds that little prayer. Or somebody can tell us who the patron saint of suicides is. I'm really sorry to hear that, Barbie. I'm actually feeling a little bit emotional myself at the minute. I'm really sorry to hear that, Barbie. I hope they can find peace. And the light just came on. This young man, Paul, I'm sure he seems to know what you're talking about too. Yeah. Because he turned on the light earlier on, and when he confirmed he was in his 20s, very, very young.
Patron H. Dipna.
Dipna. If you just type in the prayer to Saint Dipna, and then you just come over to me, Jared. We'll still have to keep our social distancing, but you stand a wee bit away from me, and the two of us will say the prayer to Saint Dipna. And then I'll just have a word with Paul myself. Straight away. Yeah, we're doing all we can to help you, Paul.
Don't be afraid to move into the light.
When Jared gets that prayer, come and stand between me and him. And say it into yourself as well. And ask Saint Dipna to help you into the light. You know,
Souls in purgatory type prayer.
no. There's something else way up there. It's probably could be an animal even. I'm not going to put everything down to paranormal activity, because there's animals in these woods. If I can anybody get the prayer to Saint Dipna? Colette says a Saint Pelagia. You got it, Jared? Come on over and me and you'll see it. Yeah. Even if you just click on images.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Colette said Saint Pelagia, and Geraldine says is Kateri Tekek with a, if that's how you pronounce it. Just bear with us, guys. All four of us knew there was a reason we had to come back here tonight, and I believe this was it. There's always a reason for something. Can't get the prayer to St. Dipna, no. Type in P-E-L Saint P. Leisha. So it's a P-E-L, or the prayer to Saint Pelagia. Where's that, Clodagh? Up here. Just bear with us, Paul. We're just panning round because we do believe there's other spirits with us. And if there is any other spirits with us, don't interfere in what we're trying to do. We're trying to help a young man to move on. Yeah, I think he's just turning it on and off just to let us know he's still here, you know. P-E-L A-G-A-A. And if you can't find if you can't find Pelagia, then we'll go with Kateri to Kyakwatha. Just bear with us, Paul. We're doing our best. But don't worry, Paul. We're not going to leave you until we've found some sort of prayer to try and help you move on. I hope so, Barbie. I hope we are. As I said, there's a reason why we're here tonight, why we came back to investigate here again. I believe this is it. Huh? No Saint Pelagia. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll try, just put them love hearts up, guys. Show this young man some love. Come on. Right, type in Saint Kateri. The prayer to Saint Kateri. K-A-T-E-R-A. E-R-A. Then tell me when you're ready for the second name. T-E-K-A-K. Have you? Happy days. If you can find the prayer to Saint Kateri to Kyakwatha, and you come over, just stand a wee bit away from me and hold the phone out and the two of us will say it. If it's possible, we'll have to keep our social distancing still, remember. So the four of us can't. Okay, Paul, Jared has this prayer and me and him's going to say it together. We want you to come over and stand here in front of us or beside us and say it along with us.
Yes, Kateri.
Here we go, guys.
This one there.
Prayer to the life.
The Lily of the Mohawks.
God, who among many marvels of your grace in the new world did cause to blossom
on the banks
of the Mohawk, and in St. Lawrence, the pure and tender lily. Kateri to Kyakwatha grant, we beseech you, the favour we beg, through her intercession, that this young lover of Jesus and of his cross may soon be counted among her saints by Holy Mother Church, and that our hearth may be enkindled with a stronger desire to imitate her innocence and faith. Through the same Christ our Lord. Amen. There we go, Paul. There's that little prayer. I sincerely hope it has done you the world of good. So we've done it now. And I would just like to encourage you to walk towards the light. And walk into the light. Because I can guarantee if you walk into the light, you're going to find your family and friends and all the happiness you've ever wanted. Don't bind yourself to this earth anymore, because it will only cause you more pain and misery. Walk towards the light and walk through the light. The light's not even coming on, folks. I hope he is gone. The motion sensor light's staying off. I hope he has gone. I'm not even getting the feeling there's anybody with us anymore. So there we go, folks. I just hope we've helped some young soul. I just hope so. Right, we'll grab that motion sensor light and move on, will we? Just hope Paul has moved on. Heather, thank you very, very much for telling us about that saint. Thank you so much. Because we couldn't find the prayer to Saint Dymphna or Saint Pelagia. So thank you very much, Heather, for letting us know about that other prayer. Very much appreciated. God bless Paul. So we're just going to move on to another spot, guys. Just bear with us. Huh? Houses, yeah, that's actually up where my ex and my son live up there.
I thought it was further up in houses.
So did he. You taking us up here?
I was taking us up there, yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Well, sure, we'll go up a wee bit and see what we can get. Guys, we're just going to move to a different part of the woods and just do a wee bit of investigation. Just let Clodagh go on ahead there. So, the four of us knew there was a reason we had to come back here tonight. And I do believe what we've just done there now was the reason. Here we go, guys. We're just going up a different section of the woods now. How's everybody feeling now? How are you guys feeling in front of me? Is all right? What about you guys watching at home? How are you tonight? Here we go. We're going up a wee hill now. Huh? All these bloody hills is right. Well, thank God we'll not be coming back here for a while anyway. Oh, we were around here the other night, weren't we? Yeah. So guys, we'll just see if we can get in contact with anybody up around here. You know, the woods here, there's members of the Irish Republican Brotherhood, which was like an army back in the early 1900s that fought the British. With spirits of members of them here. With spirits of the Black and Tans in these woods. We have spirits of the British Army in these woods. And we also have the spirits of people who had committed suicide in these woods. So, a very active place. And the last place we were in, it was very, very eerie. And I can safely say, the eeriness has gone from me. You're very welcome, Donna. You're very welcome. We're glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Geraldine. Everybody's saying how good a night it is, how good a stream it is, how good an investigation it's been. Thanks, guys. You know, we always try and do the best we can in investigations to give you a good live stream. And it was an absolute privilege to be able to do what we did, the four of us as a team, to help that young guy move on. And I sincerely hope he has moved on into the light. and is going to find some peace in the next world. I'm glad you are all enjoying the stream too. So you're very welcome, Donna, and thanks, Ryan. It's good to be back out. It's good to be back out. I really, really missed these investigations, and I think we came back at the right time. Yeah, good man, Jared. That's a good spot to put it. So Jared's just set down the motion sensor light again on that little rock over there. So we'll ask a few questions, and maybe if we get a few responses with the motion sensor light, or even if we don't, we'll put on the spirit box in a while and see if we can communicate with anybody here. And if there's nowhere else to go, we'll call it a night, but hopefully we'll get a good bit of communication. Guys, I've done enough talking tonight, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hand it over to Jared, Clodagh and Damien to let them ask a few questions.
Anyone here wants to come forward? Walking from the lake.
Just to let you know, folks, the reason I'm staying silent, just whatever happened, it's just drained a lot of energy out of me. Just very, very tired, so I'm just going to let Jared, Damien and Clodagh ask questions now.
Does your arm feel numb at all?
Doesn't feel numb, but that's what I was just talking into the phone quietly to the people watching, just saying how tired I felt. I just feel drained after that. Feel very, very tired. I suppose when you're doing the like of that, it will take a lot out of you.
If there's anybody present among us, just walk past that little white box.
Yeah, so you guys just work away asking questions. I'm going to put my mask down and suck on my e-cig. I'm shattered now. Oh. There mightn't be any spirits around this neck of the woods. I don't feel anything over here either. No, it's a nice place. It's a nice open space. It's a nice open space over here, you know. I don't feel as though there's anything with us at the minute like there was down there.
I think you see where the name new house was built up above there.
Yeah.
A lot of it built on top of that, you see.
But you see, when you have a place excavated, like where them houses were, would have been part of these woods at the time, wouldn't it? Well, when that place was excavated, that would have disturbed the spirits. So when you excavate a place, you actually cause more spirit activity. That's why I know I said I don't want to investigate Lindsay Hill again. But I want to get back to Lindsay Hill to see what the latest is. You know, with them houses going up. Because that whole place was excavated. Jared, you weren't close enough to that light for it to come on. So there's obviously a spirit has turned that on. You weren't close enough to that. See, that's the newest one I got. You have to be right up beside that to turn it on. Sorry for the lack of action, folks. I think we're all just tired now. We're just... I just feel very peaceful. I just feel very peaceful at the minute. We're just... Yeah, we're going to get back to Narrawater Castle, Donna. We're going to get back on the anniversary of the soldiers, but we might get back beforehand. Because funny enough, Narrawater Castle was the last investigation we did before we suspended the investigations because of the COVID-19. It was on a Thursday night we did that investigation, but because of the amount of traffic on the road, it was very early at night we did it, around 8 o'clock. And because of the amount of traffic on the road, we knew the soldiers were trying to get through to us, but we couldn't hear what they were saying because of the cars and the lorries driving up and down. We did investigate around the side of the tower across the road on Carlingford Lock. I don't know whether you've seen that investigation, Donna, but we investigated around the side of the tower by Narrowwater, and if you go on to Google and read the story of Lasara McGuinness and her lover back in the 1600s, what happened there, Lasara and her lover came through to us. It was a wee bit more quieter around the side of the tower. But across the other road where the command post, was set up after the first bomb went off, the traffic going up and down made it unbearable. You couldn't hear what the spirits were saying. So we're going to get back and make it a midnight investigation on the anniversary of the soldiers' deaths. I think we can near enough call it too. We've done what we came to do. We helped that young man move on. And I believe that's the reason that we were here tonight. Ever since that's taken place, everybody's just tired and feels at peace. And I'll be honest, I'm standing here now and I cannot feel any spiritual energy around us. I cannot feel as if there's any spirits with us. Yeah.
Stay away from the light.
So guys, I think we will call it a night because there's really nothing happening over here. We're not getting any feeling whatsoever of anything or anybody being around us. Yeah, well, we may as well do it now. So as we said, guys, Thursday night and tonight we're at the same location. As we said, it was an undisclosed location because we didn't want anybody reporting us to the cops. The cops did see us tonight at the start of the investigation. So I'm going to tell you now where we are. We're actually in Daisy Hill Woods, also known as Dead Man's Lane, just across from Daisy Hill Hospital in Newry. So we're in the woods at the minute. In a few minutes we're going to call the investigation. We're going to call it a night. Well, we'll start walking back, guys. Yeah. I'll let you lead the way. I'll just talk to the faithful while we're walking. It's up to yourself, D. Yeah, I'll just follow Jared. Good man. You've the torch. So we're in Daisy Hill Woods, guys, otherwise known as Dead Man's Lane. We'll not be coming back here for a while. What we're going to try and do, there's a house just around, just off the main road, and it's an abandoned house, but there's a big fence with big gates around it. There's no access to it at the minute, but we have heard reports that it's haunted. So as soon as we can get access to the house, we'll carry out an investigation in there some night too. But I feel at the minute our work is done here in the woods. We knew that there's a reason why we had to come back here tonight. And coming across the spirit of that young guy who took his own life and trying our best to help him move on, I believe, after me and Jared said that prayer of the patron saint of suicides, suddenly the young guy stopped communicating with us. So I do believe he has moved on. I hope he has moved on and found some peace. It's been a great investigation, and I have to say thanks very much to Clodagh, Jared and Damien. I have to say I have the best team in the world, so I have. And a big thanks to our US team, Tara and Randy and the guys as well. I couldn't ask for better people. And we also couldn't ask for better followers. You guys, as always, you tune in, week out, and you have supported us to the hilt, and you've been great all the time. Following us and supporting us, So I would just like to thank you guys too. You are amazing. So we're going to head home and get a bit of a rest, folks. We're going to have a midnight investigation next week, we hope. We've planned it, but we haven't finalised it yet. Hopefully, we'll see what the restrictions are like next week. I'm not going to tell you at the minute where we're going. And if the restrictions aren't lifted, we'll not tell you again until the investigation's over, like tonight. So we're going to go on, guys. We're going to head home and get some sleep. Jared has to be up early for work in the morning. So once again, thank you very much. I just wish us all a great week ahead. You know, so stay safe, take care of yourselves, folks, and God bless, okay? Night, folks.